Hi guys, it's Micah. Today I'm back with an everyday Christmas card and it's number 13. I hope it's lucky. This is how it turned out. I like it. And I just want to show you how I made it. I used Joycraft's Winter Wishes and it's called 6410/0125. That's how they number their stamps. And I was pulling it out, this one from Casual Fridays, for the sentiment, but then I thought, oh, I could just use those snowflakes as well, but the ones from Joycraft are a bit more ornate and nicer. And I'm gonna use my recipe, this one, but I think the cracked pistachio you see in the top is a bit too green for a wintry card, which I kind of want the blue tones. Then I pulled out rose gold from WOW, silver, regular, and superfine silver, and I'm gonna use the superfine from Paper Mania. And well, I already had this card half made or posted it, for the masked it for another card, and then didn't happen. So I'm gonna use it because I had it lying there. And so for the colors I'm using Mermaid Lagoon, Peacock Feathers, Tumbled Glass, and crushed pistachio. Cracked pistachio, sorry. And instead of an ombre like it's in my recipe book, I'm just gonna do kind of a cameo dotted feel. And I sped the video up twice the speed. Maybe I should have also sped up the ink blending a bit more, but I didn't. So cracked pistachio and Mermaid Lagoon for me are very similar. Maybe there's a bit more green in the Peacock Feathers, but really, well, next to each other it's hard to see. I think might be my eyes, my lighting, I don't know, but I think they go well together. And then the cracked pistachio is one of my favorite colors, the minty green. But because it's too green, I'm going over with tumbled glass, and that is so light that it takes forever actually to get some ink down. Maybe Salty Ocean or Broken China might have been easier, but I thought that was too blue. Does that make sense? Yeah. If you have other colors like the Memento Dewdrops, then there might be better blue in there. And they also react to water, by the way. I didn't do the water spritzing because I thought the way I'm gonna lay the snowflakes on top is busy enough, and also that would add to the drying time. I had to heat set it just to get on to the next step, which is embossing, and I was checking it with the embossing powder and also with the WOW, because the Paper Mania one kept sticking and the WOW didn't stick as much. So there's a difference, but because the lines on these snowflakes are so thin and delicate and intricate, I figured the superfine silver would make more sense, and I don't have it as a WOW version. Does that make sense? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm talking over it while I'm ink blending. It takes a while to build up the colors, especially with this one, but just go at it. And I went over it completely with the tumbled glass just to even everything out as well, but also to add more blue to the green. See? Now it looks a little bit splotchy, but when it dries it will even out. And I did heat set it, but you can let it air dry, but you have to make sure it's really, really properly dry when you put the embossing powder on. And here I'm testing it, and you can see it's not dry at all. So heat setting it some more. So after heat setting it properly and testing it for another, I think, 10 to 15 minutes, I'm confident it's dry enough, and I'm putting it in my stamping tool. This is my stamper's friend. And it's a bit of an overkill on magnets. I ordered these because they're thinner, but they're also not as strong. So I might have to change my plan again. This is where I realized that the Must Love Snowflakes from Casual Friday doesn't fit, and I didn't want to go into the colored bar. So I pulled out the Cuddly Buddly set. It's called Toby, Tumble and Robbins, and I think it's from last year or 2 years ago. I am not really sure, the packaging doesn't say. And these days when I get a stamp I put on 2017 on it, or 16 if I'm sure when it came out. The snowflakes from Joycrafts are from last year and didn't get a chance to use it. I saw I didn't ink it up properly, so I cleaned my stamp. I think it was a bit grubby because, you know, you only use it once a year. Well, maybe, you know, when you start making Christmas cards you use it a bit more. And I wanted to heat set it because it's VersaFine, but my heat gun went into safety mode and it didn't switch on again. It was too hot. Not sure if yours does that, but the first time that happened to me I thought I'd broken it, and then the day after I tested it to be sure and it worked again. It was yay. So powder body just to make sure nothing sticks. And yeah, I'm starting with the big one, that's my favorite, and I want it to peek out on both sides and the other one's just on one side a little bit here and there. And this is where I realized that the one I'm going to put on the top might end up on the back, so I'm masking that off. And I'm just choosing randomly snowflakes that kind of fit in the gaps that I have. There's really no rhyme or reason, just I want them to hang off the blue bar, which I think is the focal point of the card, and it draws your eye. I mean, I can't stop looking at it while I do the voiceover. I don't know about you, but it's so yummy. Anyway, I'm picking them all up in one go, and then I'm using Versamark ink. Sorry. And I stamped it twice just to be sure. I couldn't really see whether it stamped properly, so I thought I'll just do it too. You probably don't need to, but yeah, I better be safe than sorry. See, here I'm looking at the shine and I thought, oh, that's stamped. Alright. So I'm using the Papermania Superfine Silver. And I'm flicking off the extras, and I might flick off a bit of the embossing powder here. And then I'm heat setting it. And that was like 5 minutes later and my heat gun worked again. Yay. It's a weird thing. Yeah. I'm so glad when they work. I get really anxious when they don't. Especially when you're filming, you know, because you kind of want to just continue. And I don't know what happens if the Versamark ink dries up and I can't heat set it. I didn't think about it while I was doing it. But there you go. All shiny and pretty. I love it. And I think the blue tones kind of give that frosty, Christmassy feeling, I hope. And blue and silver go very well together. So thank you for watching. I hope you will give this a try. And if you want, you could also heat emboss the Merry Christmas in silver. But I thought the black makes it stand out a bit more. So thank you for watching. And I will see you again soon. Bye.